hear ye. I call to order the special meeting of the Ojai Arts Commission. Miss Bridget, would you roll call us, please?
Commissioner Wright.
Here.
Commissioner Steiner.
Here.
I'm sorry, Vice Chair Steiner.
I'm still here.
Chair West.
Present.
Commissioner Grell.
Here.
Commissioner Leeds is absent.
Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. I have been informed by staff that this being a special meeting, and I kind of understand this, but it's the first time I was made aware of this. We are not allowed to discuss anything that is not on the agenda, even in proposing new items for future agendas. We can only talk about the discussion items that we have here, which is 1 and 2, and then we have to adjourn. So there's no wishing happy holidays to all the people of Ojai, and there's no
You can definitely wish.
there's
happy
no
holidays.
celebration for
You
the
just
grant
can't talk
awards
about
from the city
Arts
council last
Commission
week. We
business.
cannot discuss that. We cannot talk about the excitement of the new commissioners that have applied and we're interviewing now. None of that is allowed to be talked about.
We'll bring it all in January, I
All right,
promise.
how's that? Anything else we're not allowed to talk about?
Nope.
No,
No, you
January
cannot.
enrichment seminar. What's the date on that we're not allowed to talk about? Okay. All right, so we'll go, approval of
Approval.
agenda. The two items are the brochure and the 5-year plan strategy, which was really the main reason I wanted to have this meeting, just to get real commission type input too. So is that okay? Any problem with that? Thank you. Let's move that on. So that doesn't need voted on, does it? The approval of the agenda? Pardon me?
I think you are supposed to, but we're being,
What?
someone should second that.
Second, the approval of the agenda? I move that the agenda
I
be
second.
approved. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Discussion? Do we vote on that? Or you just get a second?
We just get a second.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We move on to discussion then?
Moving on.
Okay. I thought that, no. But what if someone didn't like it? We're not allowed to add anything, right?
Hold the door closed, please, Pam.
Yes, thank you,
Oh,
Pam.
yes.
Okay, so our public art brochure, let's do that first. The recommendation is that the Arts Commission work with staff here to correct and reissue the recently reprinted from, during COVID time is I think when they actually put this out, wasn't it? It's a beautiful brochure that guides people through 5, is it, downtown and fringe of town tours of our public art. And it's present online and in print. And we've been informed that some of the QR codes, phone numbers, contact information, those that led tour references were not correct. And so it was proposed that we put this on the agenda for discussion.
I'd like to make a comment. Is that-
No, first, I was gonna just see if co-chair, Vice Chair Steiner, you got me saying that now too. Being, as part of our public art person, has any input or ideas on this?
I think you stated it accurately. It was an existing brochure. It seemed we ran out, and last year we decided that the appropriate and expedient route would be to reprint it. There are some inaccuracies in it, and we know that. The reality is that a telephone book is inaccurate the moment it's printed. In the art context, a catalogue raisonné is inaccurate the moment someone sells a work or something else happens with regard to it. And so one of the beauties of technology is that we are able to have, we in essence don't need this to be printed anymore at the, at a keystroke, we can correct many of these errors. So I know I had earlier proposed that I work with staff and that we get sort of stickers and get rid of some of the inaccurate information, such as the QR code. And I've given this thought since then, and I would suggest to us that the right answer is to simply have these brochures available online and some sort of QR code that can be easily viewable at the museum, at hotels, sort of everywhere where this brochure earlier was, and we can keep it updated in that way. So that's my thinking, and I'd like to hear from my colleagues.
Okay.
My first question is, how many do we have currently available of the hard copy?
Well, we were completely out and we printed 1,000.
We printed 1,000,
Yeah.
right?
So that's not very many.
It's not very many,
So
right?
I would like to propose that we print a label that goes on this page that has the new QR code. And you're correct, everything that needs to be there. And in the future, we don't reprint and we do print something that would go in the hotels or with a QR code that people can download themselves.
Where
That's
do
a
these
good,
QR
that,
codes go?
that's a good suggestion. What I would add to that, if we decide to add a sticker with a QR code, is that we say also something like, this was accurate at the time of printing, there may be certain inaccuracies, check the website, or something like that. And well, actually, we shouldn't say it's accurate at the time of printing, because there may be certain things. You know, it's a very beautiful brochure, but it also includes, art qua art, but it includes aspects, it includes works that are not in the city's public art collection itself. That may be fine, and it's, points people to what we have, but I think we could make it better online.
Well, this is certainly part of our, in our 5-year plan, part of our strategy on both communication and technology. It's where those two things come together. And it's, when we redo our 5-year plan this coming year, we will see that did not occur. So I might suggest that, though, because we're talking about getting it accurate anyways online, so that will be like a living, breathing thing that will always be accurate. Is it worth taking a little bit of time to just make sure we've caught everything that might, or agree on the things we need to catch? Okay, what you've already mentioned is that it's not all public art that's on here.
But
Go ahead.
if I were a visitor, I wouldn't especially care whether something is a part of the city's public art
Right.
collection or is art within the city.
Right.
And I think the brochure does a good job with that. I'm simply saying that it's not technically accurate. I frankly wouldn't, we made a decision last year that it made more sense to get this done rather
Yeah.
than to, line by line go through it. And I think we made the correct decision at that time. I would rather take Pam's suggestion, put on a label with a new QR code, and that it would say, we'll come up with more elegant language, but essentially that that the accurate version is online, or
Right.
something like that.
I'm fine with that too, but I'm wondering, we have to fix the accurate version. So
Well, we would do that, we would do that online. Yeah, so that
I'll
might,
volunteer to put the labels on.
oh, great, okay. Oh, great. So I think online, what we would do is,
maybe there's a little star goes one that's, a public art thing, or
maybe
I don't
if we, if we think that's necessary. So for example, Charlotte's Chair at the library is not a part of public art, but it still is, I don't think we need to make those distinctions. It's sort of art is art.
This is art tours.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can, we can go through it. Bridget and I can go through it if you so authorize us
Sure.
to make sure that if there are matters that should be updated for the online version, that we do that. We'll put a prettier photo of the Sound Arch. We'll also correct its title, because its title is not Trimpin Sound Arch. The title is Sound Arch, and the artist is Trimpin. We'll fix those sorts of little things
And
online.
may I confirm that you guys all got your public comment today for this meeting?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And
we-
I
we
also had
all
emailed
acknowledge-
from the pottery business downtown. They wanted I emailed that all to you, correct? Did you get that one?
No.
No,
No? All right, I'll
the
double
pottery?
check that I sent that off to you. I thought I had sent it off to everybody, but I will make sure. They were
It's about this.
asking about
Oh.
possibly being in that brochure, so.
oh, well, the more the merrier online.
Okay, so the things we've heard that are wrong, I guess QR codes don't go somewhere. What about the Docent Led Tour thing? Is that just gone, or do we try to revive that even? I remember last I heard Christine Golden was willing to do some,
I
But that's just-
haven't heard that. I think we made the decision in 2024 that we don't have docent-led tours.
Okay.
So it may well be, when we put on a sticker, we should just cover that part as well.
I was gonna say, this is very insightful for a self-guided tour. I mean, I think that the map with the locations so beautifully presented makes it very clear that people can walk.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay, so Docent Led Tours is a half of the third, or, half of it when it's folded. So think about your sticker and whether it overlaps to say current, not.
Well, I would do it on this page, where it has a QR code and talks about being.
There's two more here, though, for the East City.
These here,
Why
yeah.
can't we make these QR codes work?
I don't know.
Bridget knows the answer.
Yeah, I did ask about that, and they're just dead QR codes, so they don't belong to anybody. You have to start over with one. And my suggestion, honestly, if I'm allowed to make one, is if you put that QR code right here, these won't work anyway. So they're gonna see that big QR code in the middle, and they're gonna click on that one. I mean, you could cover these other QR codes. I think there's 3 more, right? You can cover those with stickers if you wanted to. Yeah, there's 3 more.
Or maybe
so-
we just do one large sticker over the docent-led
docent-leds,
tours.
that's what
since-
my suggestion
yeah,
would be, yeah.
okay. Karina wants to say something. Ah. Well,
Okay, anything else looking at this that, because this could be, we could print these here or in my house. I mean, they're just sticker labels.
if that's the direction we're going in, I think that's the right answer.
I
That
see, I'm sorry. And this was the complaint about the phone number going to Carl's or something like that. That was this number right here?
Correct, that is
That's
correct.
nowhere else?
the
There's no
the
other phone
Luis
numbers?
number then
That-
became the Carl number. It's now a dead number.
Yeah, that extension no longer works.
Right. So we'll just cover it. Yeah, that whole half page of the center.
Cool. Cool. Anyone else with ideas or complaints or, there was some, what was the public comment that what I saw?
We're gonna need to make a motion on all of this, right?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I do want to say something, which is that I don't think we want the tail wagging the dog here, in the sense that once we get this online, it will be available to all. We'll have QR codes. We can have one sheet that would be available everywhere. People use these QR codes regularly. And as I said earlier, any printed matter becomes almost immediately superseded by new information. The other thing we could do is put an errata sheet in each of these, and I would advise us not to do that. That's often what we see in a publication context in order to correct errors at the moment before you issue a supplement. And I feel very strongly that we don't want to throw good money after bad by reprinting new brochures that we correct that would have to be corrected yet again. So I think we've made the right decision, which is to have a sticker on the lower half of the center before you open up the map. And that was a little wordy to be a motion. Would you suggest that you tell us, staff liaison, what the sense of this group was?
I will try my best. I think the motion should be to correct the docent-led tours with the QR code only sticker here in the manual, and then, or in the brochure itself, and then make any other changes online so that that QR code leads to it.
Okay.
And then also place QR codes throughout the public tour or on all. Do you think throughout or on all?
If I may make the motion, that we will keep the brochures that are already printed, that we will cover with a sticker containing a QR code, reference to the online public tour brochure, and the commission authorizes me to work with staff liaison to fix this. Commissioner Grau, you and I will work together to do the actual QR sticker. Okay, so the motion is that we will keep the brochures. We will put on a sticker covering certain sections, specifically the lower half of the center. And we will put on an accurate QR code, and we will simultaneously develop an online accurate brochure.
What
I'll
is the
second
Q-
that.
What is the
discussion.
QR code? Oh, okay, second.
ahead.
Okay.
We have a second, so go ahead, discussion. What's your
What
question?
is the QR code going to lead people to?
The
map?
The accurate
We're gonna have it
map.
on-
there actually is a website, it's on a website right now.
Is
The actual
it?
tours, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's where
At least
it
it
will
was
go.
2 months ago, yeah.
okay. I just want to make sure.
Will
Yeah,
you be
it's-
placing the QR codes throughout the city?
And they will be distributed in a manner that is similar to the manner in which the printed brochures themselves were distributed.
I thought that this is a couple stages. First, we're going to use the existing brochures with the stickers correcting it.
Correct.
And then we will print separately a one,
Well,
Page.
Sticker.
we could do it at the same time.
a
So
one-page
a
flyer.
one-pager, right. So the flyer
So
will
we still have a
say-
presence in kiosks. So you'd have like just a one-page heavyweight with,
No, it's not, what
Oh,
she's,
hi.
it's gonna all go on a sticker, every change.
right.
No, we understand
Oh.
that, but separate.
But after that, there'd be a rack card. They're called rack cards.
Rack
They're
card.
4x9, they're postcard weight, and it would say something about the public tour and have a QR code.
Right.
And those are, I just got those priced for something else, and they're very inexpensive.
That wasn't in
It's-
your motion, was it? That wasn't in your motion.
Well, it's the essence of the motion, because then we said they will be distributed in a manner that's similar to how the brochure was
I
distributed.
think, I like, kinda like these, I think
That's
it's,
in the motion.
it's something I still see in hotels, is, a little rack of stuff where you can look at pictures. I think the boomers still
So
look
then
look at them.
d- Well, I think that the motion
We can just do that. I wouldn't
has to
leave
be
it.
amended to say that we are going to reprint a corrected version down the line, right? Whether it's one page with a QR or if it's gonna be the full.
No, we're not going to reprint a
Okay.
corrected
Okay.
version.
We have
We're-
1,000.
We're going to provide,
You just said you liked them, so.
we're
Well, we have
going,
1,000 of them, so.
we're
yeah.
going to provide a corrected version online, but we're not going to print it.
Okay, but we're gonna print a rack card,
That wasn't part of the motion. but,
right?
We can, I mean, I don't know that it needs to be.
card is something that you would get in the kiosk with
With the QR code, where the QR
Right,
code's
well,
gonna
this
be
go in the
distributed.
kiosk, no?
We
Yeah,
can,
but
you
when
know,
those are all gone,
it seems to me that we
Well, I
can
mean, but we have these. We use these up first.
crosstalk. Yeah.
Yeah.
May I suggest that we can address that question down the road once we run out of these?
I would like to, because I think it'll come up in our 5-year planning session too.
So
about
let- so
with
let's
commu-
just
Under
kick-
communication, how do we?
Let's kick that down the road because we're not there yet. There may be better technology at the time we run out of these brochures.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Are you
staff
ready?
liaison, would you read back our motion, please?
I wanna try. Keep the printed version, cover with QR codes that leads to the online brochure. Authorize Vice Chair Steiner to correct with staff on the online version. Let's see. Commissioner Grau to update the printed versions with the QR codes. QR codes are gonna be placed in the same locations the brochures are placed.
Right. Did you get the part that the stickers will be placed over the docent-led tours section of the brochure?
That was part of my cover, the yeah.
Well, or I
Cover
can trust staff to
docent
do it right. I mean,
led tour. So, yeah,
if I may, the last part of that is what we just said we were not gonna do now.
Right, I know that.
So-
I was going to just say that too. So
The
just strike
QR
that last
codes?
little part about the QR card. It's just confusing, and we're not,
Yeah, we're not doing
Doing
the
that
QR
now.
code. Card,
that last line that you read there,
Just-
yeah.
QR. Code, not card.
So it's a sticker to make it go, and then secondly, to make it go to something that's updated and accurate, and to work with Vice Chair Steiner to do all this.
yes. You
Cool.
ready for a vote?
Beautiful. Let's vote it.
I so move.
Oh, we already have a motion.
Oh,
I'm trying to get Bridget to.
Chair West,
we just wanted to confuse you.
I so move to say yes.
Commissioner Grau. Yes. Vice Chair Steiner,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Lees is absent, motion passes.
All right. Was there a admin report with the second item? No.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, way back here. There we are. Okay, updated 5-year plan. Yeah, when, how, and who. If you look at the admin report, timeline, process and format, and who is involved. This is just, I want general input from commission as we go into this. I'll tell you kind of where we're at right now. And I will say, I think we're the only commission that has been up with our 2-year ago 5-year plan that is up to date with our required 5-year plan. And I think it was been a beautiful tool to not just focus our activities and our thoughts on what's important, but it's also, I think, given, it's been a great communication tool to the council and to the community in general, that we're plan-driven and not individual-driven, that sort of thing, too. So I look forward to updating it, too. The plan, let me see, Commissioner Carina, you were not at the planning sessions that we did, and neither would have David. Okay. So let me describe what we did there, and I liked it. I don't particularly, we did, I think, a Saturday morning, a Saturday afternoon, and a Sunday, plus like a meeting with the facilitator before, and maybe a couple meetings after. Maybe we had one more meeting the following week, too. So we probably spent 4, 8, 12, we probably spent close to 20 hours per commissioner. And so that was, and that was really building it from scratch. So I think, so at this point, we have our little Gantt chart where we've been actually crossing off things that we have done. So that I think those things that we've been doing activity on, we'll probably find that, well, we need to keep pushing these forward, and there'll be new steps. But we'll want the opportunity to, edit, add new input from new commissioners, that sort of thing as well. Do you have a question about that?
Was
or-
this the first 5-year plan of the commission?
No.
Oh, okay.
But typically,
But it
they
was
were a
just from
paragraph
scratch.
saying, we're our experts and we know everything, or something. But this was like a real plan again. This is the first time in my experience, at least, in my contact over 15 years with the commission as well. Yes,
Oh, okay. Can I ask a question or?
if it's about something I just said, go
Yes,
ahead.
it is.
Yes,
So I was at the 5-year plan, strategic planning.
turn on your little thingy.
Sorry. I'm all for doing another 5-year plan, because that's what we should do. But I'm just wondering if there's that much that's going to change from what we previously stated. I mean, maybe there's more nuances, but
Well, let me
whether or
get-
not we need to get the whole.
Why don't I go over everything here, and then and I think then it might cast a little more light on that
Okay.
then, too, because for us that are living and breathing it, it feels like, yeah, it's a great plan, let's move ahead, But one, we're going to be bringing on some new commissioners. Secondly, things do change. Councils, it's a different council that we work for, that may want to see something on there. I'm getting a lot of talk about the creative economy, some excitement there that that's the kind of thing that might change its character or something as we move it up as well. I'm going to propose, and what I told the mayor and one of the council people that I met with this week, I think it was Leslie, was that we wanted to put new commissioners in place if we're having some changes. We can both expand and or replace commissioners here. And I wanted the new commissioners, whatever it is, to be part of this process. So I wanted to kind of I'm pushing this back a little bit is what I'm doing here. I want to build our team so that they're part of the process of working on the plan as well. And any new members will be, this will be a new process and everything. The plan will be new to them as well. So that addresses a little bit of why I think it's important. How to do it. Let me go into, okay, so my when is, I kind of have the okay from council. They like it. Commissioners first, plan, when you have the new commissioners, and this could happen pretty quick too. The how process and format. I liked what we did, and I liked Newsom Mall. And if you recall, we had all those visuals. Now I'm talking to you, and I've shown you the visuals. Yeah, we have those. So we actually have the grit that we build it from already kind of done, rather than developing from scratch. So I think maybe I'm lazy, but I'm kind of in the favor of having the same person, continuity. I haven't talked to her or anything. The first time we did it, I think we went out to bid for it or something like that. I'll be looking for some guidance from staff on something like that. But I think having a facilitator was really valuable. And so, whether we ask Noosa again or put it out to bids or talk to other people, I'll at least say I would be in favor of using Noosa just because she knows the process, knows us. I know she's still excited about it. My guess is that it would be inexpensive as well. So it's just me talking now. And then who? And when I say who, stakeholders, when we kind of sat alone in our room, it was public when we did this last meeting here too, but now we have more more people that are aware of us, all right? With the increase in the grants that we give, with our involvement with the county, with us having had 2 separate ad hoc committees for grants and a mural jury. We have a lot of other stakeholders right now, and we may want to design the process such that there'll be a ability, or maybe even a request from us to get more of the public's involvement from the art world into this actual thing. It'll I think help our planning, it'll help our outreach, and it'll help our just general communication about how government and the arts can work together. Community partners, arts organizations, commission members, key participants. I remember as part of our plan, it's not something we've done a lot on, but it was to work in conjunction, or at least have connections with the other commissions, so that we could all each kind of help each other with best practices of commissions within Ojai as well. So I'm kind of I'm of the personal recommendation that when we get new commissioners seated, we'll schedule it, and I don't know, I'll propose that I'm not even putting anything to vote right here, but I'm just saying that we do it similarly to how we had done it before. Maybe more can be accomplished in one-on-one meetings before, since some of us have done it before and some of us, it'll be brand new too. And that we do it with a similar methodology with a facilitator, and that we take a special eye toward, at least for certain parts of it, to maybe have some other participants or speakers that are from stakeholders within our community. So, I think I just want discussion on those items. The who, what, and where. Yes, Commissioner Wright.
What is the timeline for getting new commissioners?
Where we're at right now, we have a couple we're waiting on, and most of them we're waiting on some of whether commissioners are allowed to be on more than one commission. I just had a meeting with one of the applicants with the mayor and Councilperson Rule. The next one up, the way it works is the commission chair, the mayor, and then a cycle of council people are the 3 people that make a recommendation of commissioners to the full council. And so that's the process, how it works. And so the next one is council, pro tem Rachel for the next one. And so we have at least 2 people to interview right now, and I've learned that there's some more people in the community that are interested and sort of missed that window, but we're trying to determine, was that a window, or is it always open for applications? So I was told.
Was anyone aware that there was a window? I mean, is that stated anywhere?
Am I the only one that thought there was a window?
I never even heard of it.
I know it was announced.
I saw it posted on Instagram coincidentally, like an application deadline.
It was not very widely advertised, so I think going back out again is a
Yes.
very wise idea.
Absolutely.
Whether or not there was an application deadline, I think we can
Sure.
and should
Well,
reopen.
let's keep this on the 5-year plan. Sorry.
Pardon me?
Keep it on the 5-year, how it pertains to.
It is
Well,
on the
it
5-year
does-
plan. It's all a part
It
of the
does
5-year
pertain
plan.
because
Timing.
if you're putting the 5-year plan on the timeline of after we get the commissioners, are we talking May of next year, or are we
I'm guessing
talking
February.
February? Okay.
There's a lot of interest, and I'm getting more calls from council than I'm calling them right now about this. They're kind of excited after the grants thing and everything.
About
And
the
so-
5-year plan?
Yeah, so I made 3 calls today
Okay.
to push these items ahead. One of the applicants is on another commission, and we're trying to figure can you be on 2 or something like that? So,
That doesn't seem quite right to me,
what?
to
Well,
be
we're
on
gonna-
more than one commission.
I was
But
told-
none of my business, and
I
it's
was
and
told
it's
we-
not on the, and it's not on the 5-year plan, but I am just saying that
Well, there were 3 of
doesn't
us in the
smell
room,
right.
but none of us really knew the answer, including the mayor and the council person and myself. But I know I was told once, because I saw Parks and Rec was looking for, remember when they were having their trouble? I said, well, maybe I'll do that
But
too.
it seems like the idea is to move forward with developing the 5-year plan strategy while simultaneously recruiting new commissioners.
No, I want to wait for the commissioners,
are,
then
okay,
do
so
this. I'm just trying to
Why are we
do
having
the,
this, why is this on the agenda tonight then?
because I want to have it ready to go. If we're going to have NUSA or a thing, I want to get them hired and pick some dates, and I want, I want you guys' input into the process of how we
Okay.
do it too, that's all. Does that kind of?
Well, but I think then your answer to Karina should have been that we can initiate the process before we get the commissioners on board. Because the question of a facilitator is relevant. The question whether we go out for bid is a time-consuming question. Then interviewing people if there's a bid. So I think you are exactly right that you need to kickstart this process. And so the answer to Karina is no, we can start before there are new commissioners on
And
board.
that is number 2 on your options to get him started preliminary.
Are
All
we
right.
still
Can we talk about-
discussing?
Anything more on like the timing?
Yes.
Mhm.
No, not on the timing, as long as we understand that we're going to be moving
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, I want to, we're allowed to go up to 7, so there's going to be room one way or the other, so.
You're gonna expand the commission to
I
7?
didn't say that, I said we're allowed to go up to 7.
Okay. Is that a vote, or is that just something?
That'll be council's decision with our input, but yeah, not our vote, all right. I'm excited about it, so. Okay, how about the how? Let's talk about the facilitator, having weekend meetings, or, that sort of thing, because we can reserve a hall, a band.
I have thoughts, having gone through it before. I think we made the right decision about having a facilitator because you can't be a participant and also keep the process moving. So I think, yes, facilitator. I agree with you that I liked Nusa Mal. I thought she did a great job. I think we would be irresponsible not to go out to bid, and it may well be that Nusa, especially given her experience with this commission, will be the obvious choice, but I don't think we can not go out for bid. So I would urge you to consider that. As for timing, I work, Karina works, so I think the only time we can do it is a weekend. And that's my only thoughts.
Anyone feel strongly or agree or disagree or different ideas?
I love the idea of doing as much as possible via email or at home, and then like doing your homework beforehand. That's how we worked with the ad hoc committee. So to lessen that in-person time. So if there were things that could be jump-started prior to, and we could all work on them individually and then come together to discuss them in a group would be
Yeah.
a more efficient way of doing it.
You mean like reading material or?
Or if everybody come up with their dream list, or
See, get it, and we can do it in advance what we can do in advance, but this type of process, this visioning process, is
Okay.
designed itself to be this collaborative thing that lends itself to a board of directors or a commission or a
Okay.
council, you know what I mean? So
All right, well, just-
we think you're better than you are by yourself in a group, is what we're saying to each of us. And
Okay.
if you don't feel that, then we're gonna challenge you, and that's what a good facilitator does,
okay, well, as long as it's not a lot. 20 hours seems like a lot for on the weekend.
I'm
for
just
sure.
So-
preparing you.
So I'm the devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I know.
I personally feel in the past, when you had commissioners that didn't get along with one another, or there were some, there was some stress involved, that a facilitator was very important. But I personally, okay, so I personally feel like we could sit down and get this done between us. I don't even feel like we need a facilitator. I feel like that's kind of excessive at this point, because we all know what we want to accomplish. And I think we all have great ideas, and we would all listen to one another. So I don't feel like we need a mediator, so to speak, because I feel like we all get along so well. And I think we're all really open to hearing each other's thoughts and ideas. So that's where I stand. And I'm totally willing to go any way you guys go, but that's how, I mean, I feel like, you know, a couple glasses of wine and we sit down and we do this, we could nail it out, and I'm willing to design it for you again, because that's easy for me.
Design,
Yeah.
design what?
Remember I designed the 5-year plan before, laid it out.
Oh, the physical thing, yeah.
But I just, I don't know, it seems excessive to me.
Uh-huh.
What is the expense of the facilitator?
It's 2,500 before, 5,000?
It was under $5,000.
It was very affordable. I mean, I would agree with you, but the composition of this commission is going to be different with new people. So
I get that.
we don't know what that's going to look like or feel
Right.
like.
Okay,
Could be
But-
worse.
But, you know,
We don't get
but
to
I
vote
hear
on the
you.
new commissioners, yeah.
okay, so I mean, I just stated what.
Yeah, that's
If
good.
we were to do it next weekend, I think we could come up with a great plan.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you're right, we don't know who we're getting or how they will respond.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
And I think if we did that next weekend and came up with a plan, it would follow on our existing plan, which would be a very good thing to do. We gave it a lot of attention, a lot of thought. As Smitty mentioned, very different from what we saw in prior 5-year plans from this commission, a couple of bullet points that didn't fully articulate what we were doing. So yeah, we could do that, but maybe we're going to be doing something different with new people.
But I think the goals that we set are still valid. I think the plan, I mean, it's not like we're inheriting a new city here. We know what the city needs, we know what we want to have happen as a commission. And I think it's just how do we implement it, and if we sat down for a weekend, I think we could figure out ways to implement.
I feel that too, okay? And that's why, and I feel like if it was just us and it was Noosa again, you know, I feel like it could cut the time way down, you know what I mean? So it's the interest of time, actually, that my gut tells me, the more we do what we're supposed to, which is update our 5-year plan every 2 years, rather than come up with a new one, it may be a lot less. So my goal would be to do this as effectively and efficiently as possible. It's not to turn this into a meeting.
I have a question about our 5-year plan and also about our prospective commissioners. And that is, have they read our 5-year plan, and do they understand it? And did you discuss it in your meetings, or will you discuss it in your meetings?
It will be discussed with candidates, and sometimes there's this formal person with 4 people in the room, and sometimes there's individual meetings as well. And we're, depending on each council person, how schedule and everything. I don't know. I've only done one meeting, and it wasn't enough for me. And so I'm going to plan some follow-up one-on-ones.
But my question is, are these prospective commissioners or these candidates given reading material including the 5-year plan? And would that be of benefit for them to have that?
Absolutely, it would be. I realized that in my first interview, that they had not had that. And they were coming into these ideas, like any new person that's excited would come in with, you know, that sounds beautiful, like as a cocktail party talk, but, you know, when you're coming into something that's already chugging along. Yeah, the challenge for existing commissioners is to find that balance between institutional knowledge and, you know, creative, you know, group, you know, growth and progressiveness, you know, so that's that's human nature too. Yes,
As a part of, I'm sorry, I think I'm still on.
go ahead.
As a part of our 5-year update, can we ask you, or perhaps ask you to make certain that all prospective commissioners receive and review our 5-year plan?
Yes, I'm
Uh,
going to do that.
Great. Then we don't need to vote. Thank you.
Because,
I know-
I'll just tell you, I'm
I
going to
know
do
that he
that.
gave me the 5-year plan,
Great.
when I was
But was it,
process.
was it before your interview or after you were approved?
No, I
or-
think it was during, you showed
the
it to me,
process.
yeah.
Yeah,
We had a lot of different meetings, but,
yeah.
do you know, Smitty, if the city council has come to, an agreement on their, goals and tactics? Do you know?
I know that they have not.
They have not,
I believe they've discussed most of them and have,
but they haven't,
yeah, the new goals and tactics should be available online. I can look for it or send it to you guys if you'd like.
okay, well, I would just say that we should make sure that our 5-year plan, is responding to the city
Sure,
council's,
it may be, I remember the
goals and
mayor said,
tactics.
I remember the mayor said during our joint meeting, he said this can be the first of more to come, and it may be good timing for us to push for a more
I
to
know
come one.
they've been struggling with their goals and tactics,
Yeah.
getting them
Yeah.
completed.
Well, their commissioners are gonna help them, that's why they hire us. I'm talking about, I was gonna move on to who.
May I make a suggestion really quickly? Do you want to vote separately on these 3 different items? So since they're all 3
I think
kind
I
of,
can pull this together in a vague enough motion
okay, just
to
making
do it
sure.
all at once, because I've just taken the temperature.
specific enough motion.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's right, specific. With my
I just want to
fingers
make sure,
crossed
so it's all
behind me.
clear, yeah. Okay.
So let's talk about who and the stakeholder ideas. I mean, do you feel like, given that we're talking about some current commissioners and some new commissioners doing this process, do we, that I've been the advocate for trying to get to the county and the state level to not just find better, bigger, both better and bigger practices, so we're not reinventing a lot of wheels and that sort of thing. And I think we've started that process, and I would like to put it as part of our plan. Yes?
Can you explain this a little bit further? When you're saying the who, how are they gonna be folding into the actual development of our plan?
Well, what I would propose or envision anyways is that if we had our facilitator, and we would go to our facilitator and say, these are some key stakeholders of ours, with a list that we may talk about right now. What do you see, how do you see involving them in the process? I don't know what that facilitator might say, but if I was a facilitator, which I'm not, I might say, well, we'll have this sort of session for 2 hours where important stakeholders have something to say, and then we kind of take that in as part of our, growing wisdom as we go through the process. That's, I would, having David up here 2 or 3 times from the county, I'm thinking about the Tracy Hudak from the council, the Arts Council, did they call it, in Ventura and Santa Barbara, that works with Sacramento, people like that. So just involving them in the process, I think, is not only just getting the experts in the room, but it's cultivating ongoing collaboration.
What are we trying to get from them? Their
Well-
ideas on what we should do with our 5-year plan?
I'm trying to involve them. I guess I'm sort of saying,
Right, I know.
I'm willing to say I'm not the smartest guy in the room, you know what I mean? And I want smarter people than me. And I want smarter people in the room, you know what I mean, that have done this.
So
That's all right.
Smithy,
I've actually been told by David at the county level that the planning, our 5-year plan was very impressive to it, and other commissions and arts groups in the county are not all doing it that way, and but he knows from his experience what needs to be done.
I mean, is
so.
it just something as obvious as, hey, stakeholders, whoever we identify, what would you like to see the Arts Commission doing in the next 5 years?
Yeah, but we want them to be part of the stew that's happening at the same time, so we kind of have to tell them this date at this time, can you be here?
Right, but I mean,
So
I'm just
Smitty-
trying to understand what the purpose is of involving the stakeholders.
I think I said it, but I'll
I think you
try.
did, but-
Uh-huh.
So Smitty,
Uh,
can I jump in on that
Yeah.
one? Because I think one of the most successful things we did was having that cocktail party where we had people from Ventura meeting the art organization heads in Ojai and having this beautiful dialogue that was organic. And, I mean, we heard a lot from David and some of the people he worked with in Los Angeles. And I'd like to see something like that happen. I mean, I'd like to see more of Ojai coming together with our art orgs to meet each other and collaborate.
Well, I think absolutely we should do that. But this is kind of a special case of this actual strategic planning,
Well, with the strategic
And we have to, this isn't, most people aren't going to want to give up 2 hours from their Saturday to drive from Thousand Oaks to come here. So it needs to be a respectful invitation that has them coming with their idea of what the intention is too. I mean, I see you're
I
Your-
think Pam's
that's your
idea
question.
is a good one, and I think we could do both. We could have some gathering where people come together. We could also have cards at that time. Please let us know what you think we should be doing, and people could write things down. Then they wouldn't, and they could also, of course, come. They can also watch in person or on video and let us know their thoughts. But I agree with Pam that having some sort of social kickoff
Mixer, yeah.
to this process, a mixer, I like that. Smitty, I think you've done a good job of reaching out to the community. I think you've done a good job of connecting us to the county and the state. So I think, yes, they should be a part of the process too. But I really like the idea, I really like Pam's idea of having people come together in a social networking context, because that's a big piece of what we do, or it should be a big piece of how we bring people together. Having sat through the 20, I don't know, it felt like 60 hours of our last go-round, I can't imagine that people would want to come and sit through that, but I could just see the ideas bubble up in the context of a social gathering.
You know, I think you're right. If we had a mixer and had a card where they could fill out what they want, that would give us impetus for our 5-year plan. Like if we got the feedback from a mixer where we heard from all these people, and that would help. That would.
Yeah, I'm open to all this stuff. I guess what I'm thinking is, boy, if Noosa was here, I would ask her right now, after hearing this. She might do a thing where there's a 2-hour thing at
But
the
I
end of the
think-
day that goes into a mixer afterwards or something.
It could be, but I do think it answers in part the question Karina asked earlier about, the sort of chicken or egg, that these things have to happen well before we have new commissioners in place, because we've just got a lot of groundwork to do here.
Yeah. Yes, and, yes, Karina, we do have
I mean,
something.
I'm not trying to split hairs here, but I'm just trying to get a clear idea of what the expectation is of these stakeholders if they were to come to us, and what our expectations are of them.
Yeah. I may just be repeating myself, but I guess I feel like I want to acknowledge a couple things, that we have stakeholders now, and we have interested stakeholders now, and we have ability here to both communicate and plan, and for the good of the arts. And there's people out there that are kind of bigger than us, and whether they come to our meeting or whether they send in idea cards or whether it was a cocktail party. That's why I like having a facilitator, you know, let's see what the process is to answer your questions directly too. I guess I'm looking for, rather than me having decided I'm nailing it down and inviting these people, I guess what I'm saying is, let's involve our stakeholders, and let's make sure we name them maybe tonight, or don't miss somebody. And then see,
Smitty?
I'm not gonna put it in firm scheduling in the process.
So,
Is there a fear you're after here, or would it, okay?
I'm just looking for some clear direction here, because you want to involve stakeholders because you want to make sure that the Arts Commission is casting a wider net and making the stakeholders, whoever they are, feel like they are part of the process of our 5-year strategic plan. Or you are involving the stakeholders because you want to glean, you know, their expertise to bring into our 5-year plan. I'm just curious. I'm trying to get this answer.
I would just replace your or with an and. I want this and this.
Right, because, I mean, so an example would be, let's say we invite the top 5 grant recipients, okay? And say, what do you guys want to see the Arts Commission do? Is that how you would envision this?
I was thinking more like somebody that's the hired lobbyist for Sacramento that you know, that gets millions of dollars of funding, you know, for arts in communities in California.
So I'm having a little bit of an issue with the term stakeholder. Because whenever you say it, and I know it's a great word, but when I hear it, I feel like it's somebody who has something to gain from what we're doing. And I know you're talking about, like, you know, people in Sacramento and people from Ventura County and people from different art organizations, but I don't think they're gaining anything from, they're not investing in us or gaining from us. So the term stakeholder, even though I think you're using it correctly, it's kind of triggering me thinking that these are people somehow that have something to gain from us.
Yeah, well,
Does that
we
make
actually add a stakeholder couple sheets as part of our visioning, and it goes both directions, up and down the food
Right.
chain.
No,
That's how I'm using it.
When you say arts organizations on here, you're not talking about Ojai arts organizations.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I feel like we
See,
have
I'm
enough.
trying to,
have
I'm
enough
trying to understand this.
I feel like we're kind of been doing more connection with them than we've ever had in this commission. You know,
Right,
and,
so you want to identify key participants, people who are going to participate in our 5-year strategic planning.
yes.
So you're looking for people with expertise that can offer their,
guidance.
to us.
Like, I was hoping to maybe kind of make a list, you know? I mean, even some examples, like I mentioned David
Okay.
Yoshitomi, and I mentioned Tracy Hudak, all right? I might mention, you know, David might recommend someone. Maybe the Arts Commission of Ventura, a commissioner from there would want to come and be involved, you know? Maybe there's the project with the fires that they had in Camarillo. There's a like an art recovery group down there. You know, I guess I was asking you guys sort of input, as like someone you went there. Do we want our mayor there? You know, do we want another mayor there or something? You know, do we want to get Matt Levere there? You know, I'm trying to get both recognition in both directions. Yeah.
Frankly, I could be persuaded otherwise, but I don't see the value of outside administrative professionals. I'll tell you what I do see the value of, what Karina said about grantees, and I would even widen it. I would open it to the general public. I would especially open it up to our arts educators, because that's a group we haven't reached, and I think we need to start thinking about who in our community, and I really want at least this go-round to be our community rather than reaching out to, paid consultants, politicians, administrative professionals, et cetera. But I really want all of the arts, and I agree with you that our reach has been deeper, although we don't know what other commissions have done over the years. I'm sure they've had deep reach as well. We shouldn't think that we've really done such a good job when we know that there are so many arts communities that have not been reached. So that would be my suggestion, that we, think globally and act locally, and just bring in every arts entity we can think of within our community.
See, those to me are the stakeholders, the people who will reap the rewards of our 5-year plan. So that resonates for me.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure, I follow your thinking on this, that while we're updating our 5-year strategic plan, we have to loop in other officials, dignitaries, lobbyists, to make them aware of our 5-year strategic plan. I'm not quite sure what we're gaining there.
Okay.
I think if you want to, before we have our strategic planning, reaching out to all these people who could give you guidance on, what some 5-year plans for arts commissions looks like, that might make more sense. But I don't know that it's
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
an opportunity to, wave our flag to people at the county level, state level. I don't understand the
I'm
logic
gonna
there.
I'm gonna go back to our initial plan, a visioning process, and there was a stakeholder section. And I'm just gonna put that in a little document and circulate it to everybody, just to kind of review and just, and then when we were doing the process of setting up the meeting, I'm gonna make sure that our facilitator sees that and maybe gives their input as to what something might look like, rather than committing to any formal structure.
That makes sense.
That's what I'm hearing from
yeah,
commissioners.
But it shows us how much spade work is going to have to go into it before we even get to the session itself.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sending our facilitator out to talk to these people may be more, before the session begins, maybe a more
No,
appropriate thing.
but we think it's going to be a bunch of people, and I think we're going to make an open invitation. I don't know, I
Well,
mean,
it seems that if we're gonna do that, we should probably, and it's gonna go over 2 days, we should probably have that gathering idea in the middle so that we have a chance to respond. Well, we have a chance to fertilize and then connect and then,
I think we should do it
Finalize.
before we even
I agree.
start the strategic plan.
Absolutely.
I think we should get all this input before we even begin to ideate ourselves.
agree.
Agreed. And
Maybe in January, call everyone together and do something.
yeah. Okay.
And then we'll have a lot of information.
Well, that sure won't hurt, and that's already, we agreed to do that anyway, so.
And why wouldn't you loop in, county and state advocates at a juncture where we are developing our 5-year plan and we say, we want the Ojai Arts Commission to be recognized on a county level, or we want to be known statewide? Like, that seems to be more appropriate. Like, right now, we're just sticking in Ojai.
Uh-huh. Well, we're getting feedback at the county level
Right.
of recognizing the work that's going on.
So then we could say to them, we want our Ojai artists to be, more supported by Ventura County. How can we make that happen?
Yeah, yeah,
And so that should be part of our 5-year goal.
right.
And then we need to get that information from the appropriate people.
I agree.
So it is kind of like a chicken and egg thing.
Exactly, because we haven't seen any demonstrable evidence that the county is actually sending anything back to us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is part of the whole communication thing. You know, that is going to be part of that is part of our plan as well. Okay, good. This has been very healthy for me, even though it feels like an argument a little. I'm not, this is really what I wanted. I wanted your temperature, you know, on the process. And so we'll try to make it efficient, effective, goal-oriented, inclusive, and have a little progressive sort of rebirthing. You know, I think we all want to be kind of plan-driven in our creative economy here, rather than like leader-driven or individual-driven. You know, I told the mayor I just signed on for my second term this year, but I'm planning my exit strategy already, and I don't want to. I don't want this to be about Smitty or Christine or Karina or Pam. You know, I want this to be about the arts in Ojai, and as long as we continue to see government responding, I'm going to keep. I'm encouraged and enthused and excited and learning, and I want to thank you all for being my cohorts in that. So I'm just going to say that, can we combine, I want to make a motion that combines these two. So it will be to approve the initiation of the strategic plan process and authorize Chair West to coordinate the preliminary steps and report back. And then I'm going to say these steps include, and I'll make a little list. How's this sounding? One will be that facilitator, you know, it'll be determine process for hiring and locating a facility.
May I finish the rest of your motion, which I like?
Okay,
So, including a January or February networking event with arts.
yeah. I have gathering for, I was coming down to it here.
arts, what would we say?
So let's make
arts
these bullet
peop-
points, it'll be part of the motion. And so I was gonna say that we
With
look at
arts-
a facilitator, we do it after the seating of the new commission, if you, whatever that means, the seating of new commissioners, okay? Have a gathering of stakeholders, which is,
I think we nixed, if you would let me go, and
Okay.
then you can correct.
okay?
So,
Do you wanna,
comma,
so
including.
pick up where I left off,
Yeah,
which is
including,
the bullets.
Right, first bullet, a January or February networking event involving Ojai arts organizations. Second bullet, work with staff for an RFP for a facilitator. Third bullet, engage facilitator. Fourth bullet, initiate strategic planning session after new commissioners are onboarded.
Okay. I'm okay, I'm just thinking about the facilitator thing. I guess I'm trusting staff to get back to us to tell us what that process will be. I don't know if it's an RFP process or not.
Whatever it might be, it's going to be time consuming, so you're going to
Yes.
need to be on parallel tracks with bringing.
No, I
on new
agree, that's why,
commissioners.
but
Yeah, okay, okay.
I'm just trying to
Well,
take
why don't we just
RFP out
say-
there and not tell them
Okay,
what
why don't
we're
we say
supposed to do.
process, strike
Yeah.
RFP, do process, work with staff or process to engage facilitator. And then the next bullet is engage facilitator. And then the next bullet is,
Do you want to put a little time crunch on me just to get it done, like, March
well,
or something?
January or February networking event, that's going to kick it off.
Uh-huh, okay.
I think you need to start, I mean, the holidays are coming, so you're
Yeah,
not
I
going
think
to
if we do that
accomplish
meeting
much.
and we have a facilitator, then we'll, it'll lead to the process. It'll take us through the process, yeah,
Right.
without having to do
Okay.
that. Okay, are you guys with us on that motion?
Madam staff,
Maybe.
Do you want me to start again? I can, because it's, okay, it was to approve the initiation of the five-year strategic plan process and authorize Chair West, so you already have this written in 1 and 2 on your options? Are you with me?
yeah,
Okay.
we're with you.
And report back to the commission preliminary steps, and then this is the list of preliminary
Comma,
steps, these
comma,
bullet points.
including, and then the
Yeah.
bullet points. January or February networking event with arts entity, Ojai arts entities. Bullet,
Like
work with
stakeholders.
staff on process for facilitator. Bullet, engage facilitator. Bullet, the one about the commissioners.
Strategic plan after new
Uh,
commissioners on board.
Correct, thank you.
Did you get what Karina said? Bridget? The last one. Did you get commissioners? Okay. Nice. No, I just want to, no, but I liked what she said. I wanted to make sure it got rid.
Are onboarded. Yeah.
Nice.
onboarded.
Do you want to try
It's a
reading the
verb,
motion?
yeah.
Let me think, there was something about, okay, no, that was something different. Okay. Second,
That's enough.
Approve initiation of the five-year plan process and authorize Chair West to take the following steps.
No,
One,
okay. To coordinate preliminary steps, include, comma, including, and then the bullets.
Approve initiation of five-year strategic plan process and authorize Chair West to coordinate preliminary steps and report back to commission.
But the
Preliminary
steps-
steps, comma, including.
and now the bullet points and then,
And the bullet
and
points.
report at the end, yeah.
And report back.
If I do my job, this will just, we'll just make this happen without having a bunch of meetings. That was sort of my idea, yeah.
so, step, bullet point one was, a January or February networking event.
Involving Ojai art entities.
Right.
Step two is to
Work with staff.
work with staff to, they had it all over the place.
Process of facilitator, or
Yeah,
what did you want to say?
regarding the process to engage facilitator.
Work with staff regarding process to engage facilitator. Okay.
Bullet three is
Let's
engage
see if she's ready.
facilitator.
You have that, Bridget? Yes or no? I see you're writing still.
Okay, yeah.
This means you're gonna go to the manager and say, what does the Arts Commission have to do to get a facilitator? They wanna just hire the lady who used last time Smitty wants, but, you know, we wanna do it right, okay.
Understood. And then, bullet three was engage the facilitator.
Correct.
And then bullet four is initiate a new five-year plan after new, commission is onboarded.
Commissioners
Commissioners is
are
onboarded.
on.
Timing.
Five-year
Probably the word
strategic
timing.
I will,
Plan process
This was about the timing.
after new commissioners on board.
are onboarded.
Okay.
Okay.
One more time from the top.
Yeah, would you do it again,
Yeah.
so we,
Okay. You're gonna correct me again, I know it. 'cause I have
Motion by
too many-
Chair Smith.
Too many notes here. Approve initiation of five-year plan process and authorize Chair West to coordinate,
preliminary steps,
preliminary steps
comma,
and,
including,
steps,
comma, including, and then the bullet points.
including, one, a January, February networking event for is initiate new 5-year plan after new commissioners are onboarded,
Beautiful.
and then report back.
Perfect. I like that.
Second, please.
I second. Or did I move?
I second.
Okay.
No,
It was
my move.
Smitty's motion, seconded by.
I didn't think you were right any of it.
Wait, do you want to say your motion again?
No, it's not getting any better at this point, so.
No, I think it's just perfect.
Okay, right?
Who's second?
Ready for a vote?
Okay.
You seconded. Okay, Vice Chair Simon,
I abstain. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Yes.
Chair West,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Leeds is absent, so motion passes.
Beautiful.
All right.
Congratulations, Mr. Chair.
Does anybody, you just gave me a lot of work, but, I like that kind of work. I like the big picture stuff. Before we adjourn, is there anybody who would like to tell us what we're not allowed to say? About thank you all for a wonderful year. We can't do that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't even on the microphone that whole time. You can say whatever you want as long as it's not about business.
If I may,
Yes.
I would first like to congratulate Karina at the last meeting of the city council. The grants were approved unanimously, in large part to Karina's unbelievably detailed and engaging work, so congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to wish all of us, and I'd like to thank Smitty for a really wonderful year chairing this commission. It's been a lot of work, and you've done it really well. And I'd like to wish all of us happy holidays.
Yes.
I'd like to second that. Thank you, Smitty, for
I'll
everything.
third
I'll
that.
double second that.
And thank you, Bridget. Thank
Yes,
us
you're
all.
welcome.
Great year.
Call it.
Looking forward to an even more productive 2026.
Yes.
There's no council person here?
No, there is not.
Okay, thank you. This meeting is adjourned.
Brava.
All right.